The ABCs of AOC is written by Jamia Wilson and illustrated by Crystal Quiles. Now let's learn a bit more about the author and illustrator of this awesome book that I'm excited to share with you. Jamia Wilson was born in South Carolina, moved to Saudi Arabia at the age of 6, and now lives in New York. Growing up, her family was very involved in the civil rights movement, which is when people fought for all to be treated equally, regardless of your skin color. Jamia focuses a lot of her time now on fighting for women's rights and equality and has done so much for women and the world. Crystal Quiles lives in the Bronx in New York City. She has been an artist and drawing since she could hold a pencil. When she makes her drawings, she tries to help people feel what it's like to be a girl. Now it's story time, and I would like to thank Sarah Kamya and Little Free Diverse Libraries for providing me with this book to share with you all. Today I'm going to read you a fun and interesting alphabet book called The ABCs of AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from A to Z by Jamia Wilson and illustrated by Crystal Quiles. And I hope you enjoy it. Advocate. An advocate for the people of her community, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez works to enact laws that will change lives for the better. Bronx. AOC was born in the Bronx, a part or borough of New York City, and now she represents a section of the Bronx in Congress. C. Congress. Congress is the legislative branch for the U.S. government. Representatives from every state meet at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. to make laws. Democracy. In a democracy, people use their vote as their voice to elect people to represent them in the government. Education. Through teachers, books, and new experiences, education proves students with tools and information to help them mature and succeed. Feminist. Feminists believe all people, regardless of gender, deserve equal rights, treatment, and access to opportunities. Grassroots. Grassroots activism starts on the ground in neighborhoods when everyday people work together to make change in their community. Human rights. Equal treatment under the law, freedom, and safety are among the basic human rights that people are born with, regardless of their age, race, ethnicity, religion, gender, or opinions. Immigration. Immigration is coming into a new country to live there permanently. Jobs. AOC believes that the government should guarantee fair paying jobs to people looking to put their skills, time, and energy to use. Knowledge. The knowledge people gain from their education and life experiences helps them solve problems and empowers them to stand up for their beliefs. Latinx. Latinx is a gender-neutral term for people of Latin America heritage, like AOC, who is a who is Puerto Rican. M is for media. AOC uses the media as the internet, newspapers and magazines, television, and radio to educate the public and bring attention to issues she cares about. N is for non-conformist. AOC chooses her own path instead of following other people's ideas of how things should be done. And this makes her a non-conformist. Opponents. The main political parties in America, the Democrats and Republicans, often have beliefs and goals that put them on opposing sides of issues. Protests. People join in together at public protests to show their disapproval of injustice is. Queens. AOC's congressional district includes part of Queens, another of New York City's 5 boroughs, famous for being the most ethnically diverse urban area in the world. Revolutionary. A revolutionary fights for fundamental change. AOC is for the dramatic transformations in healthcare, immigration, and environmental policies. Science. AOC's first passion was science, and today it informs her views on climate change and health care for all people. Teamwork. Teamwork enables people to reach a common goal. The AOC was sworn into Congress alongside a record number of newly elected women, many whom continue to vocally support one another. Underdog. An underdog is sometimes someone who isn't expected to win a competition due to starting off at a disadvantage, like AOC when she won a primary race against better funded and better known congressmen. Visionary. A visionary is a creative thinker who imagines a different future. Washington, D.C. is the Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States and the center of American politics and government. Xenophobia. Xenophobia is the fear and hatred of strangers or foreigners. AOC uses her position in Congress to speak out against hate and discrimination. Youth. At 29 years old, AOC is the youngest woman elected to Congress, and her youth informs her ideas for solving problems that will affect the next generation. Zeal. Zeal is the energy and excitement that fuels activists like AOC as they strive for their goals and chase their vision of a better world. The end. I hope you enjoyed that fun and interesting alphabet book.